Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of 3D Design, brought to you by the Corona Public Library's Maker Exchange. My name is Mr. Martin, and today I'll be walking you through creating a cool little 4-leaf clover that you can then use to decorate for the upcoming St. Patrick's Day. Let's get started. As you can see, we are in TinkerCAD here. I have left my snap grid at 1mm, and we are going to quickly rename our project to 4-leaf clover. Now, to start off, we are going to insert this cylinder. And we're going to mess with the dimensions a bit. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's going to be important later. So here we just need to get our thickness right. Let's say we're going to make a nice 4-leaf clover shaped drink coaster. So we want to make this somewhat thin but not too thin. So we're going to bring it down to about 4mm here. Of course, we got to change the color to green if we're going to be making a 4-leaf clover. And so now is where the fun begins. So here we have our dimensions, and we can simply click and drag this corner, or we can input exact numbers. And so here, I'm going to try inputting exact numbers, and I want to make an oval. So I kind of like this ratio, and we're going to work with it. And now all we're going to do is tilt it over 30 degrees and make a copy. And our first step is done. Next up, we're going to blend these two pieces together to finish off one side of our clover here. So we're going to take this second piece that we created and rotate it. Instead of 30 degrees, we're going to do 60 degrees the other way. So here, if we just get it just right to about 60 degrees, and then we simply click and drag to move it into place. And now we have one little heart, almost looks like a heart, but this time we're going to select both, use the group tool, and we have one piece of our clover finished here. But what if you wanted to try a different shape? So we can always do that. All we have to do is adjust the dimensions and the angles. So here we're going to insert a separate cylinder. We're of course going to change this here. So the last one we did 30-20. Let's do 40-20, and we'll make this blue just to tell it apart for now. And we're going to go ahead and move this about 30 degrees. Copy paste one more time and rotate it again, this time 30 degrees. But back the other way, or in this case 60 total because we copied it when it was already rotated. So same with the first one, we're going to merge these two, and we have yet another heart looking shape that'd be perfect for another addition to a clover. Before getting into the actual clover, let's just go ahead and quickly make our stem. So we're going to take a tube here. Same with the circle that we did in the beginning, we're going to adjust the dimensions here to make sure it fits with the rest of the design. So in this case, we did a ratio of about 40-20 on this long one. And as you can see, it does kind of look a little too lopsided here. So the plan is to cut this in half and use half of the tube, or essentially half of this piece, as our stem. So we take this cube, gonna turn it into a whole object, merge them, and then obviously use that to cut this tube. So once we're satisfied, select both, group, and you have this nice little half piece that you can then use as a stem. And you can adjust the dimensions and angle for this as well too, so we can always edit this later. So we're going to turn it green and put it aside for now. So finally, we are ready to put our clover together. And using this example piece, I'm just going to copy it over and rotate it 90 degrees. And then we're going to join it in the center. So repeating that for every corner or every side. Oops. Make sure to get it rotated properly. Let's try going the other way. There we go. And don't worry about it bumping or merging into other objects for now. We can always move it later. So actually, in this case, I think it might be easier to do this one first. And there we go. So we've got all four sides. And what we can do now is select all of these and group them. And you'll notice when we do, it doesn't quite come out the shape that we want it to. So that's fine. That's no big deal. We can always go back and adjust the dimensions on the base model before putting everything together again. Remember, Control-Z undoes all of your work, one step at a time. So now we're going to ungroup these and adjust. So let's do that. Let's take this one side And we're going to put this back to 0 degrees rotation for now. So what we had done previously was a 30-degree offset, and this time we're going to do a little sharper. So let's go with a 20-degree, and let's just see how that turns out. So copying and pasting it, and again, last time we did 30, so we're going to do 40 the other way this time since it's 20 and then 20, and group them together. So when we merge here, it does still come out that little heart shape, but it's starting to look a little bit more like a clover. So we're going to delete this other one that we did first, and just keep working with this one. So I'm actually going to do the opposites here first, so 180, merge those. And looks about right. Get started on the next one. Group them together in the middle. And finally, our fourth side. And don't worry about it essentially blending in together. We want them to be touching so that we don't leave space in the middle. So I'm just going to quickly make sure that they are fully, I guess, within each other, just to make sure it's going to merge properly. And finally, we're going to group, and there we go. This looks much better. Now, notice there is some space still in the middle, but not to worry. We can always go back and adjust that later. For now, let's just go ahead and see what it looks like complete. So I'm going to stretch out this stem piece, attach it to the rest, and of course, we have to change everything to the same color. And finally, group them together. And there you go. There is your nice little 4-leaf clover. You can turn this into a drink coaster, a keychain, or just use it, wherever you want to decorate. And so again, ungroup if you have any space left in the middle, adjust as necessary, and then regroup everything back together again. And there you have it, friends. There is your 4-leaf clover. So that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and of course, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.